Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the All Star Sports Show, episode number 17. Man, it's going to be interesting this week. A lot of mismatch of stuff here and there. But if you guys
Oh,
new and all that stuff, if you guys like sports, like this is the show for y'all. All that side of the way, let's get right into it. The first thing first. Honestly, I'm not surprised about this. Brady is quote unquote surprised that Belichick wasn't hired for the head coaching job. Let's be real. We all knew it was going
here's here's my thing. Here's my thing. He may be surprised, but no one else is.
exactly.
It's because his style of coaching is just outdated. No one
Mm-hmm.
wants an outdated coaching scheme. Everybody wants, high level offense, motion plays, all that, you know, because no one pocket passes anymore. Sure, you have a few pocket passes here and there, but the quarterbacks now, they're versatile. They can run, they can throw. Right? The reason why he had so much success that he did, for one, Brady was a pocket passer.
And plus, to
Belichick
me,
can coach. Belichick can coach pocket passers. Thing is, but he was a good one at that. That was the reason why that success was sustainable for as long as it was before he had left. But it just doesn't work anymore.
no, it doesn't.
His style of coaching just does not work anymore. It didn't work when Mac Jones was with Mac Jones. Yeah, he had that good rookie season, but he somehow got worse. Want to know why? He's not
Eh.
a pocket passer.
Well, not just that too. As a offensive coordinator,
You can't have that. That's the thing. That's also the thing as well. His drafting. He was
there's
so defensive minded, he just completely forgot about the offense, and it hurt.
and the fact, and funny enough, especially with Cole Strange, who I think they took in the late first round. Obviously, that was a bit of a reach, and obviously, he really didn't really perform well.
That
Because
was an obvious reach too.
I've done a mock draft with him. Like he was like a day 2 to day 3 type of pick.
Yeah, he was on the lower level, and when we saw that he got picked up by them or he got
I was
drafted by
like,
them, like,
oh,
wow.
this is not going to be good.
I'm like, this is terrible. This is a terrible pick.
No, I will say where I think I got to give the Patriots some defense, some credit. At least they played to not say above expectations, but I would say
They honestly, I
somewhat
don't even think they even played above expectations.
not because I mean when you look at it on paper, like when you look at defense line on paper, it's absolutely hot shit.
But
Let's
even on the field, it's been hot shit.
yeah, that's true.
You
Even
know, like
though
yeah, when they freaking got Jalen Mills, we were like, ha, good luck with that, because he was bad for us. Like he had that one good year when we won the Super Bowl, and then that was it.
but
Um, but
now
but like but like I just said though, it's like his style of coaching just does not work in today's NFL. It just
now
doesn't.
I will say, if someone needs a defensive coordinator, I got no issues with that.
If he wants to be a defensive coordinator, fine.
I mean,
But
let's bro. I mean, he's put up with had some.
the problem is he's found so much success as a head coach. He expects to have a head coaching job.
Then I think most, and especially to Bobby, Beantown Breakdown. Oh boy, he's gonna go through it. Because anybody remember how bad the 1990 New England Patriots were before Bill Belichick got there?
They were
This
they
is
were they were pretty bad, but like the thing is though with that team, they made the playoffs or they made the playoffs a few times. They went to the Super Bowl once, lost. And then by like 99 2000 they were just hot garbage.
Oh, good
Um
lord. And I can imagine. I could imagine our boy Bobby had to sit through that hot bullshit in the late 90s, early two. Well,
well, the early 2000s no, cuz in the early 2000s they struck lightning in a bottle when they drafted Brady.
Well, Brady was more because Brady didn't get the start till 2000, but he was was in 1999 at the 6th round. And
Yeah,
as they say,
but 99. I think 99 they went 5-11 if I remember. When I looked it up, I think they went like 5-11.
I think so.
Like they were garbage, absolutely garbage.
And
You know what's bad though. You know what's bad when that team's even better than what they were this year by a
yeah,
game.
that
Like,
and
come
this
on.
is a 17-game
This
season.
is completely different. Back in 2016 games. Now it's 17 games. It's like, and somehow you're worse than then. Like
Oof.
somehow you're worse than what you were back then before. Like, come on, man. Like, but anyway, it's like, but there's a reason why he's not getting the head coaching job. The writing's on the wall. His coaching style just plain as day doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. And it's going to be interesting though because this is the first time that, well, let's bro. Whoever thought New England and having a new head coach it will be the same fucking sentence. I don't think no one would expect that would have been possible after almost 25 years later.
I it's still mind-boggling to me that it happened. Like, it's still mind-boggling to me that Brady doesn't even play anymore, for one,
Yeah.
let alone be on that team. Which I had to adjust that in 2020 to like 2020 now,
Mm-hmm.
2024. So it's like I had to adjust to that, and then I
Oh,
had
and
to.
speaking of which, we got a little bit of a special guest backstage, and oh boy, for those who are wondering, yes, it's this man.
What up, brother?
How y'all doing, man?
It's always nice to have you on, bro.
It's always
Are
good
you gonna look up their
to
page again like you usually do?
yeah, to come up here and watch Daryl Moore stick it to y'all like that, man.
Dude, well, I was going to make some comments, but I'm not going. I was going to say something different, but I'm going to keep it to myself.
Bro, do you know the sports and wrestling connection is a separate entity? If it's dirty, then
I was going to say he
gross.
can take whatever he has and shove it where the moon doesn't shine. Basically,
Rob,
No,
what you
no,
say?
you know, yeah.
What you say, Rob? The same shit keep happening to y'all, huh?
it's the same song
Same
and dance
shit
for
every
years.
year for like the last 7 years, man.
8 years actually
They
with Joel
settle for
Embiid, and
mediocrity,
nothing
and it makes me
changes.
sick.
We
The
finally actually
closest
have a
we've ever
competent
been,
head coach.
dude. The closest we've ever been to greatness was 2019.
That was, yeah. What
That
it
was
was,
the
a
Yeah,
while
closest
in a
we've ever
shot.
been to greatness, and then we just. Ugh.
completely were asked afterwards. But obviously, where we're talking about the first things on the show was Beatty was quote unquote surprised that Belichick wasn't really hired for a head coaching job. And me and Tyler kind of talked about because his style just really doesn't really work in today's NFL, especially with now a lot of quarterbacks are going to the dual, or I'm saying a lot of teams go to the dual threat mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah, I just think for Bill Belichick, I like I said again, I think he's more of a defensive oriented coach. But the problem if he was hired as a G if he was hired, he's gonna want GM and part of ownership things, and that's too much. I don't know if a team is willing to give him a say so or a part of the GM job
Because
and stuff like that. But
we
I
seen
still
how
think he can be a DC though. I still think if he wanted to be a defensive coordinator or a head coach, I still think he could. I just think he's focused more on the defensive side of the ball, and he's just gonna have to get him a competent offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and
yeah, and
that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with me too. It's like, does he really want a defensive coordinator job? Because he's found so much success as a head
Mhm.
coach that it's like he may not want that, which sucks because again, his style of coaching doesn't work in the NFL today. Plus the GM thing, it's just like there's so many factors that are putting off these teams. Like, yeah, we don't want them because
Yep.
we got a GM that's been good. We don't want to ruin what we have, and it's just like, and he just handicapped himself because he wants to be GM too. So it's like, it's
trust me,
just the whole
Arku,
thing.
I said what I said, and anybody can tell me otherwise, they can take it and shove it.
Right up their king. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
dude. You had, but
That's crazy. Everybody on Twitter
I don't think you really want
I
to.
kind of think he has like a college style in a sense, where it's like he wants to like recruit players and make a team
Yeah, and you know what? Now you
himself.
think about it.
But a lot of college style like offenses, that's how the NFL's run. He doesn't run like that.
Yeah.
And I also said this too, man. If he doesn't want to coach, man, he's always has the option to retire. I mean, at the end of the day, the dude's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer in terms of head coaching.
Oh,
Nonetheless,
sure. One of the winningest coaches in the league.
I mean, and as we say, it is
6-time champ. I mean, come on.
I mean, that's at the same time, so it's kind of mind-boggling, crazy that we're seeing a new era of Pat's football. So there's no Belichick, there's no Brady.
No
who
more
else am I thinking?
Gronk.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy, man. Crazy.
And
that's like the whole thing of like.
And shout out to Coach Dante as well. For those who are
shout out, Coach.
And make sure you guys subscribe over to Coach Dante as well. And let's get a little sponge. Exactly who you are, a little spongy. Trust me, you're an art.
Thank you for coming in, Dante, and ripping us about our Sixers and making us being.
Oh, trust me.
Like 5 seconds.
Hey, look, Dante's the best, man.
Yes.
So sticking with the NFL. Oh, this really rubbed me the wrong way when I read this. I think a few hours ago. An anonymous GM gives a wacky reason as to why Mike Vrabel hasn't been hired as a head coach. And according to CBS Sports, the PM said he was, quote unquote, very intimidating.
Intimidating? Since freaking when?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
the same guy who flat out hugs his players after touchdowns is intimidating? Come on, he's a player coach. He loves the players. Players like him. They play for him because they respect him enough.
And
he's a good dude. He's not that intimidating.
It's kind of crazy because when I was thinking Mike Vrabel, said, man, it would have been like bittersweet for him to reunite with the New England Patriots if he could and coach them, because I thought that would have been.
Yeah, and it would have been cool too, because I think he recently got into their Hall of Fame.
I think so.
Yeah, because the game I went to, he got inducted to their Hall of Fame because he was there. The game I went to.
What was it? Their linebacker, if I remember correctly.
He was, I think, one of their linemen.
Linebacker. I'm sorry, but he's not. He's built like a linebacker, though. The way he looks.
Let me look this up. I don't remember. I remember seeing him play, but I just don't remember like what.
Oh, we'll get to that, little spongy. But
he was a linebacker, Rob. You're right.
Because he's too. I'm not saying he's too small. Then again, though, he just has that linebacker build. Like he's not like too.
He's not too big, but he's stocky.
That's what I was saying. I couldn't think of the word. Stocky.
Yeah, he's stocky.
So,
the fact that he won Coach of the Year just like 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then 3 years later he gets fired. Obvious scapegoat.
Because let's be real, the dude's put up multiple winning seasons, and yes, in a very crappy division at the time before you had Jacksonville to turn it around, and you sort of got fucking Houston, who is making. And we'll get to Houston in just a bit because
I still believe, and I will die on this damn hill that D'Amico Ryan should get Coach of the Year.
Oh, for sure.
I will die on that hill. I mean,
it's obvious. I mean, the dude took a team that. And I said on record that I told you too, like this on paper in this first year would have been a 9-8 team, barely squeaking into the playoffs.
He took them to like what? 10?
To a 10-7 record in his first full season.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, let's be honest, probably the best rookie season I've seen in quite some fucking time.
Dude.
But since what?
He put up freaking records in the wild card round. Dude.
And the fact they got into the AFC title game for the first time in God knows how long.
No, we didn't.
Or was it? No.
Divisional. They lost the divisional.
That's
because it got blown the hell out in the divisional round.
Which, I mean, it was to be expected.
I mean, it was I don't think a blowout was expected. I expected a loss. I didn't expect a blowout.
That's what I'm saying. The loss was expected, but not to that degree.
Not to that, no. But again, rookie quarterback, a team that essentially just made the playoffs again. They've got some building blocks there.
Not much, I will say that much on
And
paper.
plus, I think if my memory is correct, their wide receiving core was beat the hell up by that round.
I mean, Robert Woods was a solid number 3, and also at the time you didn't have Tank Dell because obviously he broke his leg towards the end of the year, which that sucked. Nico Collins, for those who are fantasy owners going into next year, don't forget to pick up Nico Collins when you can, because good God, that dude's a point getter in fantasy football.
Man.
And
I'm still, even though my team made it to the playoffs, finally in fantasy, my team actually made the playoffs for once in my damn life, because I finally drafted well enough to where I can make the damn playoffs as a 10-win team. No longer am I going like 1 and whatever, or like 5 or 2 and whatever, right? I'm finally winning in fantasy, y'all. I'm finally doing it.
But
I was still beating myself up over not getting Nico Collins.
Thank you.
Thanks to you. Because you drafted before me, you got Nico. I'm like,
well, I actually picked up in free. No one didn't even draft him, so I picked up on the free.
Drafted him. Yeah, no one picked him up, and then I saw that you.
Oh, he was available. Say, screw you.
I was like, he was still available.
Oh yeah, and Little Spongy says, "Long time no see." Before he actually.
Long time no see, brother.
So yeah,
who is that, Rob? Who is that?
That's Little Spongy.
Little Spongy. Oh shit! Long time no see, brother.
And so going back to the thing too, before we got off topic with fantasy football, which by the way too,
listen, I had to gloat because I finally made the playoffs in my fantasy career.
Yeah, which is
after
great
like
too.
10 years of playing fantasy and sucking. Pause.
So going back to the thing with Mike Vrabel though, which I say it's utter bullshit. Now, yes, I know that. And look, you really can't blame Mike Vrabel because let's be real. After trading AJ Brown, let's be real, that pretty much what started all that the quote unquote downfall of the Tennessee Titans.
That was the first domino that fell. Was when we fleeced the shit out of them to get AJ.
And you saw it.
Thank you for that, by the way, Tennessee. Thank you.
And you saw how Tennessee and how the wide because Treylon Burks looked like a bust on sight.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Granted,
he was DOA. Honestly, he was DOA.
And the quarterback situation over there, it's not that great either. I mean, you got to go through.
Somehow, freaking sucks.
And well, he's going to probably be gone. It's going to either be down to Will Levis or Malik Willis.
Hold on, the backup quarterback position is just like, I mean, Malik Willis, ass, flat out,
2-pack of ass, as Joe Budden would say.
Not 2 packs. We're talking about a whole freaking case of ass. Okay, he's that bad. He is that bad, Rob. He's that.
Oh bad. Yeah. But I will say
this: Will Levis, I like him because
he shows some promise.
He's showing a bit of promise.
But you just got to, because I think in order to fix the Tennessee Titans, you got to definitely retool that offensive line in certain spots.
Because the reason why he threw as many picks as he did because he was rushing throws because that offensive line was so depleted.
And well, man, we've seen that one too many times before in the league. Whether you're a Titans fan, we saw it with
Philly. Us after 2017.
Yeah. We also had
where did we see? We saw it in Cincinnati for sure.
Yeah, a couple of times actually with Cincinnati.
A couple times.
Denver to an extent before they somehow kicked it on the switch for whatever reason.
They almost made it. They almost ran the table this year.
Yeah,
which is crazy to me. Which honestly, I'm like, they got rid of Russ after a good season. What the hell?
No, I will say I definitely agree with Damian on this one. I think Malik Willis has done slightly better than Tannehill in his first rookies. But Malik Willis hasn't really developed into what because
in a way I agree because Tannehill he took a huge step back.
Unless Bill
Oh,
Tannehill is
yeah.
a shell of what he wants. No, I will say. I mean, he had.
He's but here's the thing, Rob. He ain't just the shell of himself. He's the shell of himself.
Oh, that's not even good too. But besides that, I
Like,
mean,
I'm,
honestly,
even when we're agreeing with Damien that Malik was better than Tannehill this year, that just
that's not
shows you
saying
how bad
much.
Tannehill was this year.
And Malik's not even that. And I see, and Malik Willis isn't even that better either, too.
Malik
I mean,
isn't even that better. But if we're saying that, if three of us, me, you, and Damien, are saying that even Malik Willis was better than Tannehill this year,
it's not
that
saying
shows how
much.
bad Tannehill was this year.
Oh, trust me. But I still think Mike Vrabel is going to find a coaching job somewhere. If I'm Gerard Mayo, I will find a way to push to get Mike Vrabel on the Pats in a defensive capacity, because I do think I've liked. I'm actually. Did they even hire a defensive coordinator this year? I don't think they did.
I don't think they did either. But I
Why
think
hell
he would
not?
be. Honestly, I think he would be best suited as linebackers coach
Oh, for sure.
because that's
You
the
got it.
position he played.
And and don't get me wrong, the Pats. Well, they got to do better with their. Well, they got some promising linebackers,
They
but
do,
that just
and that's the reason why. If you hire a guy like Mike Vrabel,
who's played with the organization
who's played
and
for the
knows it.
organization in that position, he can teach those guys more of the technique, more of the skill that linebackers need
Oh, for sure.
to be great. Like know when to know the defensive scheme, know whether you should rush the line or rush to the line of scrimmage to get to the quarterback or playing coverage. He could do
Exactly,
both. Back in the day, I watched him play a few times.
dude.
He definitely could do both.
Yeah, it's like, why the hell not? Like, what do you got to lose at that point? Because
Like he can teach those linebackers to be more versatile. Play not only as a pass rusher, but as a coverage player as
or
well.
put them in different packages. Maybe like
Exactly.
and sneak him as an edge
Exactly.
rusher, like
Yep.
especially when you're blitzing.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
because like perfect example, like a team like Baltimore, they're notoriously known for that. Especially, I think it was one game where you saw Kyle Hamilton, who was a safety, kind of line up, I think, with 2 yards off the line of scrimmage and obviously the edge rusher with a nice block and just
to the freaking
right
quarterback.
through the seam and just popped it. Who was
just popped him one? Damn near took a guy's helmet off and everything.
Because if the Pats have a guy like Mike Vrabel can do that, oh good grief! But
you know how great, you know how deadly he was for that team. Jesus.
Oh, very. I think at the time.
Come on, bro. Like he was freaking versatile as hell.
But
like playing in coverage or in pass, like he was even he was like almost as equally, or he was actually even more deadly as a pass rusher.
No, oh, definitely.
You see Vrabel running at you, scream, and freaking get in the fetal position immediately. Because you have
Aaron Donald chasing you as Gino said, "Oh shit!"
See, when I watched that game, and I heard it. I'm like, same Gino, same. I would have reacted the same way, bro.
Crazy. It's like, what's an Aaron Donald, like 34, 35? And it's kind of crazy, And I think another team that really surprised me before we get back to another topic, the Los Angeles Rams really took me by surprise this year. They really did.
Honestly, I don't think they were as bad as I thought they were.
Dude, I thought they were going to be like in this a giant ass rebuild. It's like, oh, they got to find their future QB.
But I feel like when they drafted the wide receiving core that they have now, man.
Got Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Good God,
Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp. Like, come on,
you got Aaron Donald at the top. Core. You're still elite at 34, 35 years old.
And the only reason why he was bad last year because the offensive line sold. He was rushing throws.
Good God, and unfortunately, I'm
like, people are like, "Oh, Matthew Stafford's washed up," and
he got beat.
It was because he got beat at the line of scrimmage. He got beat.
And also, I'm going to say this too with the NFL Hall of Fame. Finally, we get 2 Chicago Bears all-time greats. You got Devin Hester, who, like I said, four goddamn years too late to get to the Hall of Fame. And now you finally added 1985 Super Bowl champion Steve Mongo McMichael. About goddamn, because here's the thing. I didn't even know he was not even in the Hall of Fame for that
I
matter.
don't even
It's
know
like,
either. I'm like, wait. I saw the headline. I'm like, wait a minute. He was never in the Hall of Fame?
for part of that
I'm
let's
like,
probably stacked
you had from 1985 or from when he retired. I don't know when he retired from wrestling. Because I know in the 90s he was if you're a wrestling fan, you know he was a wrestling announcer for quite some time. But like you had from when he retired to 2024. Damn near what, 2 decades? 3? Let me see when he retired. Hold on.
He retired in 1994.
Never mind, you already looked it up. Okay. So you had from 1994 to 2024. 2 fucking decades to induct this guy in. And you never did? Until now? You wait till the man got sick? What kind of
And
bullcrap is
obviously,
that?
like as we said, we wish nothing but the best for Mongo because, good lord,
Yeah.
I know a lot of old school Bears fans are. I think they're going to be so broken by the time
Dude, he was a defensive beast in 85. A beast.
like I said, about fucking time.
Yeah, finally they get some damn.
Because, like I said, Devin Hester should have been first ballot. Like the first 1 or 2 years. It took it 4 years.
He was their best return man.
Let's be real. He revolutionized what special teams is all about with the kick returns and that crap. He's what made the Bears so fun to watch. Special team wise.
Yes, he did. He revolutionized what it means to be a kick returner. He returned some kicks, man. To the house. Especially in the Super Bowl. First play. Kick return touchdown. I mean,
it really is. And going back to McMichael, though, Super Bowl champion, two-time first team All Pro in 85 and 87, 3-time second team All Pro, 2-time Pro Bowler, top 100 greatest Bears of all time. Obviously, consensus All American back in 79, first team All SCW or SWC. Good grief. But about also, time, at least finally Bears actually get their 2 all-time greats.
Yes.
Well. Yeah, I mean, I think you also got Walter Payton, who you got to put up there too.
Walter Payton, I think he's already in. He's already in.
But I'm just
he already has a bust in the Hall of Fame. But he's also got an award named after him for being a good dude off the field. Like, I mean, come on.
Moving on for another QB. So I think a lot of people were really kind of this kind of flew under the radar with a lot of people. Not very a lot, but very. I know there's going to be that slight slight amount of people actually saw this and backstory in this with Brett Favre, and I think everybody knows the story on that with the fucking welfare
money laundering shit.
So obviously, ex NFL QB Brett Favre must finish repaying the misspent welfare money, according to from a Mississippi auditor. So the backstory was he was actually investing into putting up a new building I think it was a Mississippi State, I think it was, where her daughter goes to as a part of the volleyball team.
He took people's money who are on welfare to build a freaking building for a school.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
And that was that pissed off all the. And rightfully fucking so, because first of all, that's my.
It didn't just piss off just a few people. This pissed off everybody. Sports fans, non-sports fans, everyone was pissed.
Rightfully so.
Like you stole money from people who need money. Like, are you kidding me, man? What kind of goddamn asshole does that shit? Like, come on, dude. Like, any respect that I had for Favre when that news headline came out initially that he stole money from people who were on welfare,
Oh yeah, that's out the window.
the respect thrown out the damn window. You ain't getting that shit back. I don't care if you do any amount of good. You ain't getting that back.
That is for sure. And it gets to the point where it's like, well, sucks to be for. But speaking, since we talked about a few head coaches, ex-Panthers head coach Matt Rule was vetoed on Brock Purdy during the 2022 NFL draft. So basically,
Again. So wait, 2022?
yes,
What team was he on in 2022?
he got drafted as Mr. Relevant by the Niners.
No. Rob. I'm talking about Rule.
Oh, Panthers.
Again. Do you see a trend here? Do you see a trend?
Oh, yeah.
David Tepper.
And
what kind of moron are you? You need to sell that freaking team.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, too, for those who are wondering who the Carolina took, they took a tackle, Ikem Ekwonu, 6th overall in 2022 in the 2022 NFL draft.
And I'm going to say something that goes along the lines of me wanting Tepper out of Carolina. And I'm not even a Carolina fan.
Dude, I've seen a lot of Carolina Panthers fans want him gone.
Here's my 2 words on that draft pick. Fucking who?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And Ekwonu so far in his career has... Well, then again, it can't be worse than if you're the Giants taking Evan Neal, who would... we talked about once before.
His own goddamn fan base.
Oh boy, that really
and there was like a radio show host that went off on the guy.
Oh my god, I have never seen anybody get so and rightfully fucking so. I think it was for WFAN, which is the New York sports radio station.
I was like, everything that dude is saying, it's about flipping. True. I forgot who it was. He works. I think he's for like. I think it was like the Yes Network or something. Oh, in New York, and he went on a tirade. And I wish we could show the clip, but I don't know if it's going to get copyrighted by the Yes Network or whatever, right? For showing their clip. But he went on a tirade that day. He's like, these fans pay hard-earned money to see you, and they can't boo you? Like, are you kidding me?
Oh, I found the article. This is from Fox News. So ESPN New York radio host ripped quote unquote human trash Evan Neal for comments about Giants fans. I will cut his fat ass. So
I hope they cut his fat ass, even if they win the Super Bowl. Like, that's what he said.
So this is basically what he said. So this is Don LaGreca, who is a diehard Giants fan who hosts an afternoon drive radio in New York on ESPN Radio. When he caught wind of Neal's comments, he quickly called for the Giants to cut the second-year offensive lineman. He says, quote, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I would cut his ass. I would." LaGreca said in an epic rant, "How dare you? How dare you? These people pay your salary to play an obnoxious amount of money to park, an obnoxious amount of money for PSLs just to sit there and watch this pap, and you call them hamburger flippers? What? You're so much better. I'd rather have a guy that's flipping hamburgers block your piece of garbage ass. Who the hell are you to talk to fans like that, you piece of garbage?" End quote. Oh my god,
dude! Yeah, he went fucking nuts.
Dude, he
called him go. Ow!
Damn,
my shoulder hit my freaking desk. That hurt. Freaking shoulder checked the freaking desk.
But I mean, that there's truth to that because Evan Neal has really
like he was even saying even hamburger flippers play better than him.
That's not saying much too, but that's
not even saying much because he's that bad. But
but and as we said, Carolina has this trend where it's like this
all comes back to David Tepper.
They already could have had the quarterback situation fixed in 20.
Brock Purdy. You could have had C.J. Stroud, but no, you vetoed Brock Purdy. Guess what? Matt Rule was the damn.
And I'm pretty sure you're probably
you. because you
And
didn't want to build a damn team for the guy. Oh,
what?
guess what? You had one of honestly, I think Frank Reich was a good head coach
And honestly, Frank
in
Wright
Indy. He
and
was a good head coach in Indy. You got him. Oh, this team is going to be pretty good. You have the insight. You can build a good team. Oh, let's veto him too. Because we
well, I
wanted
want to say
C.J.
that.
Stroud, one of the most, honestly, I think he's generational. One of the most generational quarterbacks that this league
And
has seen.
finally, actually, and as we always say, he finally broke the damn mold of Ohio State quarterbacks. Finally, actually doing something.
The guy that broke the mold of Ohio State quarterbacks comes to the league and
Because
not
good God,
absolutely freaking and absolutely freaking sucking. Pause. By the way.
and literally the fact that dude like did not almost went the entire season without throwing I think almost through the first half of the season without no
He had
picks.
like it was like he had
That's like
like
putting on
20
rookie.
he had like 20 something to like one pick. 20 touchdowns to like one pick or some shit. Like he was that good. The thing is, he was putting up MVP numbers. And the thing is, David Tepper is such a goddamn idiot that he vetoed it. Are you kidding me?
So for those who are wondering what CJ Stroud so far from his rookie season, attempted 499 passes, completed 319 of them for a 63.9 completion percentage, 23 touchdowns to 5 picks for 4,108 yards and a passer rating of 100.8.
And David Tepper, stupid ass.
And
vetoed Frank Reich.
I gotta say, man, D'Amico Wright or Bobby Sloak, actually, I will give some credit to for actually, and credit to Houston too, actually retaining most of their coaching staff, because obviously we're at this point where a lot of pretty much the coaching carousel. But Houston is like, nah, you ain't taking nobody.
See,
but
that's what I kind of wish Philly was doing. After that, nah, you ain't taking this guy. You ain't taking him. But Howie goes, you can walk. Every single time we had success.
Yeah.
And that's why we haven't sustained success because of it.
Oh yeah, you're right wrong.
After 2017, we didn't sustain success. Like after last year, didn't sustain success. But here's the thing. For the fact that back to Carolina, this is the topic at hand. The fact that David Tepper is such a mind-numbingly obvious idiot.
Who by the way, who also has a anger problem, obviously at the same time. For those who don't remember,
let me pour a beer on.
Let's just throw a fucking drink at somebody. That's like
let me pour beer on somebody, a Panther fan's head because they booed me.
You deserve to get booed.
You deserve to get booed out the freaking building.
Because here's the thing with David Tepper. And look, we all know how bad he is, but the dude's got like he's got a 2-year expiration date on fucking on coaches. Remember, he's gone through. I think this is his seventh.
I think he now has a 1-year expiration date because he hires Frank Reich. Like 11 games later, he's fired.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, Frank Reich made it clear. So look, I want CJ Stroud because Bryce Young was too damn small. And well, we saw that play out.
And we're seeing it.
And
because the line collapses, when the line collapses and you're tiny, you can't see the shit. You can't see down the field. That's like me at quarterback. It would not work.
Well, you'd be
Don't you dare make a sick joke.
I'm sorry.
Do not drag me down the hill today. Do not drag me down the hill.
But I will say this too, and it's kind of funny too. Look, I think everyone should believe in karma, and I know David Tepper is karma bit him in the ass so hard. Yet, well, pause. Yeah, look how well Brock Purdy's played it in his first 2 seasons in the NFL. Look at CJ Stroud.
Karma hit him twice.
He got. Actually, hang on.
Purdy is one of the most generational talents ever. But here's the thing, though. And then again, I don't kind of blame him for not getting Brock Purdy, because prior to them drafting him,
Brock Purdy would have gotten ruined, but anyways. But
Brock Purdy didn't even know no one knew who Brock Purdy was. That's why he's mystery relevant. So, but then again, now it seems like. And this is why David Tepper is hated it seems like you whipped on 2 quarterbacks in 2 years.
You had one was going to potentially a Super Bowl champion. You have one that's going to be probably unanimous rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. And
I tell you what, if San Fran wins this Super Bowl,
oh boy, that's going to piss off a lot.
Carolina fans are going to be pissed.
Right, and
I'm
let's
telling you right now, they're going to be mad. They're going to
rightfully
be
fucking
mad.
so, because
Yeah,
like,
right,
dude,
yeah.
that Damien, that is also true because, well, Lesbro, he has the weapons and actually a solid O line. The Panthers
That too, Damien. You're
not
right.
so
You
much.
are completely
He's going to be
right.
in the same spot as fucking Bryce Young.
They don't have nothing. No receivers, no offensive line. They got nothing, next to nothing. But that also leads back to the spider web of David Tepper.
Yeah.
This is because of David Tepper. He is
And honestly,
so.
I feel. Don't get me wrong, man. I feel bad for the fans because I hope Carolina.
Dude, I bet you all of South Carolina, all of North Carolina.
Well, it's funny. But,
both states are calling for David Tepper's head.
well, yeah, that's true.
Both states, not just.
Oh, rightfully so.
States.
I mean, yeah, you had a freaking creepy old guy before, and what they did? Oh, Led. Oh, yeah, we have so actually how some winning football for a change. And yeah, you had a guy that actually was going to communicate for being a sexual harasser. Sure, that's one thing. But they also had multiple winning seasons under guys like Ron Rivera.
Here's the thing, though. The sexual harassment thing, that outweighs everything.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So he had to go because of that. But then you hire a guy who could care less about.
And the dude is not even a football dude.
This. He doesn't care about anything but that.
He says,
newsflash, you idiot. If you don't have a good team, the revenue will not come.
And the fact of this matter, too, because I saw on SeatGeek, I shit you not, like, if I was in North Carolina right now, I would have bought, like, 2 or 3 tickets for, like, $15 a piece.
I looked it up, too. I was
like,
oh. Like, a meme of it. Somebody posted, like, a meme of it. I'm like, that can't be true. I looked it up.
That shit's true.
Pennies on the fucking dollar.
Like 45 cents for tickets. It's like, oh, no. Like, you're so...
Like it's freaking 1962.
And nobody fucking showed up when I watched that game. It's like, yeah, right. I wouldn't have, first of all, and yeah,
I wouldn't buy that shit for a penny.
Kidding me?
You kidding me? If my
yeah.
team was so bad and the tickets went down to like pennies, I wouldn't buy that for a penny.
I'm sorry, but like I said, Carolina, the franchise itself, and also the fan base deserve a lot better than what they were given the last was it 2024? Because Tepper took over as owner in 2018. Was it 6 years now, give or take? Yeah, 6 years.
6 years of Tepper.
What they, but nothing but a mediocre, been either bad to me. Well, then again, mediocre is being too generous to them. If I'm going to be completely honest. They've been nothing but hot ass. But besides that, obviously we all know that, boy, I know it's going to, like as Tyler said, it's going to piss off a lot of Carolina fans. Once you see C.J. Stroud going to have more success in the NFL, Brock Purdy's going to get his first Super Bowl. It's like, yeah, and actually seeing these teams actually know how to draft for a fucking change. Carolina, y'all got some explaining to do. Besides that, the NFLPA kind of talked to a lot of things that she put out. Says that 92% players want grass over turf. Well, no shit. Have you seen it?
Did we already talk about this, Rob? I think we already did.
A bit, but they didn't really give the number of how many, the percentage of almost 100%, basically almost 100% of players. But then again, the NFL ain't gonna fucking do it. Let's keep it real here.
The NFL, I think they will. I think the NFL.
I
don't think it's up to the NFL. It's up to the grounds crew of the different stadiums.
Because let's be real. I mean, it's like it's not that hard to maintain. Well, then again, it takes a little bit more to maintain the football field, but that's besides the point. But I'm not surprised that 92% of players want grass over turf because. And yeah, can you get injured on grass?
It's up to the owners. It's not up to the league itself. It's up to the owners to do that. It's not up to the league.
That's true, Steve. After 2015, they went fucking downhill quick.
After 2015, they had a few good seasons, 2016, 2017, and 2018.
Damien, do you really have to put two Charlotte, North Carolina? It seems to get... Obviously, the Panthers are worse than the Hornets, because at least the Hornets know what the hell they're doing.
Hornets were... Honestly, not really. The Hornets don't know shit about what they're doing, because their ceiling right now, it's been like this way for a couple of years. 2 or 3 years, their ceiling has been a play-in team.
Well, then again, you also had their low point when they were known as the Bobcats. And remember that from that lockout?
7 and like 50, whatever.
7 and 53.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. And unfortunately, you had Kemba Walker, a young Kemba Walker, part of that bullshit.
Kemba Walker was good for a little bit, and then he was just...
He's a player that really fell off for a bit.
He fell off a cliff after a while.
Yeah, it has not been the same, because a lot of people know him for, not just from the NFL.
Because he was good for a couple of years. I think they made the playoffs, I think, one time under him.
Yeah, and just...
But that was it, one time.
And a lot of people know him for is that highlight clip that he was when he was at UConn, that step back three that he dropped in somebody's face. But that's here nor there. But going to the NBA a little bit. Obviously, today was the NBA trade deadline for a lot of teams. And let's just say, I've been... Oh, God, my eye itches. Fuck. Of course, at the worst possible time to fucking itch. But besides that, you've seen some teams like the Knicks kind of making some moves for overall, like especially with the Knicks, obviously bolster the postseason chances by trading for Pistons duo. God, I'm so pissed that I didn't see Alipers have success, but that's besides the point. And Bojan Bogdanovic, very nice, solid three guy, 3-point shooting and everything, which I think they really could need because let's be real, because the Knicks, well, the history of them has not really done them to any kind, other than you had some of the all-time greats like Patrick Ewing, for that matter. I mean, that's the only one that comes to mind. But even though the Knicks, I almost, for whatever reason, almost went straight to the Nuggets for whatever reason, other than the Nuggets on they said was completely hot ass, but that's the point. And then the fact that he gave up or sent over Fournier, Malachi Flynn, Quentin Grimes, and Ryan Arcidiacono. I'm sorry. Look, as much as a Nova guy, Arcidiacono has turned out to be a huge ass bust in the NBA.
Bro,
I
saw a stat, and I'm like, how the hell is this possible?
Like this is
where he scored 0 points in his first 25 games this year.
I was like, oh,
you haven't scored a bucket at all in 25 games. How is that even possible?
No, it's... And you're seeing guys like Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, who are having more success than him. And let's be real, when they put all that...
And the sad part is, Archie was nice at Villanova.
Yeah, especially that 2016. And he's been in the league since... He's been in the league since 2016. And he haven't done shit about it. Oh.
Hold on. I'm looking something up.
Ugh.
Jesus. How do you even spell his last name?
ARCID.
I got it.
It is terrible for those who are Nova fans like myself.
You know what his stats are, Rob, this year?
Dude, I'm looking at it now. It is so bad. It is not us. Like,
he's averaging nothing.
No, 0 points per game, 0.4, not even a whole fucking rebound and an assist per game. What the fuck? I'm thinking to myself, like, how is that even possible for that matter? No, yeah.
Way, guys, he's basically if you're playing my player and you're broke.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. The guy's averaging 0 points.
And his entire career in the NBA averaging 4. Oh, Tyler, you're gonna laugh at this. 4 points on 42% from the field, basically 37% from three. Not even 2 rebounds per game, 1.9 assists per game, and a 0.5 steals per game. From 2016 all the way to 2023. He's in year 8 in the league. Well, so it'd be year 8, give or take. And he's
He
only
is the
averaging.
he is the definition, like quite literally the definition of doing nothing.
Yeah, and the dude, it's even worse too. The dude was even averaging in his career 15.3 minutes per game. That should tell you otherwise.
Like why the hell has he lasted 8 years in the damn league?
And the fact he's played 257 career NBA games.
How?
Honestly, a lot of teams, like the smart thing is,
Usually
like,
for players that terrible, they don't even last maybe 4 years. He's there 8, averaging 6 points. You said
not even that.
4 points. You said
career-wise, 4 points per game, 1.8 rebounds per game, and 1.9 assists in his entire NBA career. Oh my god! And he's obviously part of the fact that, and I can see. Well, then again, at the same time, he also was part. He really didn't that well, and then he had 2016, which was one of that stacked teams that Nova's put together. But 2 of them, Jalen Brunson, who's taking kicking up a notch in his career. But
I don't even know what to say right now.
That pains me, dude. That shit hurts.
A guy who was lighting up the damn scoreboard in college
couldn't even score, can't even get nothing in the NBA.
And to make his Knicks career, like this year, he's averaging nothing, literally nothing in the points department, nothing. Like, how can somebody be that bad?
I don't know.
I've never seen anybody play that bad. Not even.
And he's 29 years old, and right now in this.
He's in his prime. And he's all. Oh my god, dude! He is. Honestly, if I was Archie right now, I'd retire.
I mean, at this point, what do you got to lose at this point? Because your career, and that pains. Look, we're not saying just to completely see it can be completely jerks, but when you look at the number says otherwise, and he has he's the kind of guy
he's just not playing his day. He's not cut out for the NBA. He's not.
Yeah, which
8 years in the league, only averaging 6 points, and then this year not doing anything. Literally nothing. It's like, yeah, his career's a wash. It's a wash.
And that hurts, man, because I'm a long time. Well, didn't really become a Nova fan. It's probably like late 2015, early 2016. So for those who are wondering, yeah, it really does pain me for that. And now it's like seeing Josh Hart have somewhat of a success in the NBA, and Jalen Brunson playing at an all-star, hell, even at an MVP level at this point. I've seen the Kobe statue, man. That shit hurts.
Yeah, that shit fucking stings, man.
It's been what?
It's been 4 years since he died.
Dude, it still does not feel goddamn real. These shit
I remember, I think I was taking a nap. I remember where I was, what I was doing.
Texted, I think I think it might have been your brother texting you.
You didn't text me. But I was in bed, I was sleeping. And I got woken up by my little brother. He goes, "Yo, Kobe died." I'm like, "You're kidding, right?" He goes, "No, look it up." I had to Google the shit.
Yeah.
And the first thing I saw was TMZ posting it. I'm like, all right, TMZ posted it. They usually jump the gun on shit. Like, let's, wait a little bit. And then everyone else from like CNN, Fox News, all like the big news sources were just like, yeah, Kobe died. Along with his daughter and like another family too. It's like
what the fuck?
I was like, no, dude. For the rest of that day, I was just stunned.
We don't know that.
Didn't speak, didn't say nothing. I was just stunned.
No, you ain't wrong. So, like I said, it sucks, man. The fact it's been 4 years has been great. It's been crazy, man. But we did have some little bit WNBA news that I saw that I think would be interesting. Elena Delle Donne really shocked the WNBA. She's actually taking a break. Honestly, I really can't blame her.
I don't blame her too, because it's like she's been dealing with a lot of injuries.
Well, not just that too. I mean, have you seen how bad the Mystics have been run the last few years? Good God, they've been fun.
They weren't bad last year. They weren't bad. They were just okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and it was kind of crazy. And obviously, she was not going to intend to sign that 1-year supermax with the Mystics. Because let's be real, who wants to be part of a team that can't stay fucking healthy? I know I wouldn't.
And plus, she can't stay healthy herself. So like a supermax, that's a dumb move regardless. To even
Oh,
sign
yeah.
a supermax, like the thing is, like you've been hurt for like damn near like you've been hurt a lot of games last year.
And she also sat out 1 year because obviously she had a lupus diagnosis during the COVID year. Which that was understandable.
Plus 2020, you had lupus. The diagnosis of lupus. It was like, yeah, I don't know if you should sign a supermax. You shouldn't.
And she made it clear to the missus, like, nah. Like she was not.
She was roadside assistance. My name is Ida. How can I help you? Hello.
Sorry, that was your mom's crazy.
How is she crazy?
It's a hello roadside assistance. How can I help you?
No, mom's working.
Oh, she is. Shit.
Yeah, she's working.
Now, I'm going to ask you this: would you be shocked if she does say, maybe my heart's just not into basketball anymore, and just decides to hang it up? I wouldn't blame her. I mean, she's done. I mean, she's already won a championship. I think in 2018, if I remember, give or take. But it's going to be interesting if Della EDD does come back, because like I said, that's then again, it's not kind of surprising she's going to take her break because, well, she's not getting any younger too at the same time. So sticking with the WNBA, we also have legend Cheryl Swoops, who, boy, that's kind of ruffled some feathers a little bit with me. She took a bit of a dig at Caitlin Clark. And for those who are wondering, what is she taking digs on? So Cheryl Swoops, who also appeared on Gilbert Arenas' YouTube show, she said that Clark's a 25-year-old beating up on young kids. She's 20. She's obviously 22. It takes about 40-plus shots a game, which she's at 22.3 field goals or 10 attempts for the season and 19.7 for her career, which was, well, that was while Swoops averaged 24.9 in her 2 years at Texas Tech. That's the all-time Division I scoring record that Clark is.
Hold on, bro. I'll be right back, man.
All right, man. Well, Tyler's fix that. While Tyler steps aside, like I was saying, that the all-time Division I scoring record that Clark is about to break isn't legitimate because she has a fifth-year eligibility due to COVID-19. Clark will break the record in less than 4. So basically, Cheryl Swoops was spilling a lot of bullshit, and then you had a lot of people kind of, well, proving her wrong. And the number says otherwise. Pretty much says wrong. But rather pile on Swoops, who briefly nudged on social media that she was. But yeah, the fact she even walked back out of it, that's a bit of a bad look. And here's the thing. I like Caitlin Clark. Like I said, I remember watching, and obviously I'm a South Carolina fan when it comes to the women's side of things because, well, it's because of Don Staley. Like I said, I'm a casual when it comes to the women's side of things, and obviously, and it comes to with the WNBA draft, almost especially the last couple of years, especially when we're doing the coverage as well. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that Roy did rub me the wrong way. The way just how it came off, like. And the only thing I'll give Swoops some credit for, like, was part of. She was one of the obviously key parts of the WNBA being what it is now, and it's lasted as long as it did. And yeah, it was just terrible to say the least. Yeah, it was just bad, but at the same point, I think and Kelsey Plum talked about this too. Like, she doesn't really care if Caitlin Clark is going to break the record because, Kelsey Plum, she respects Caitlin Clark. And it's actually kind of Yeah, but at that same point. But before we get into our last and final topic, let's give a quick word of today's sponsors. Have you thought about saving money on tickets, whether it's sporting events, concerts, wrestling events, etc.? Use my promo code Philly Sports at checkout to save $20 off your order. That is PHILLYSPORTS, Philly Sports, to save $20 off. If you're a Twitch streamer, late night gamer, or YouTuber, check out W Energy. It's the perfect pick me up for every occasion, so why not try it for yourself? Go to w.gg and use the promo code SportsWrestle10 at checkout to save 10% off your order. Golfers and sports enthusiasts, it's time to take your game to the next level with ShankIt Golf. Shop at shankitgolf.com and use promo code SportsWrestle15 to get 15% off your order and free shipping on orders over $100. If you're a top-tier high school or college athlete, a veteran in the men's league, coaches needing uniforms, or even an enthusiastic little leaguer needing bats, gloves, batting gloves, etc., we've got you covered. Right now, you can give your performance an extra boost by entering the promo code SportsWrestle10 at checkout so you can save 10% off your entire order. Are you looking to make a statement with your very own custom jersey? Go to fansidea.com and use the promo code SportsWrestle10 at checkout to save 10% off your entire order. Absolutely. Give a quick shout out to our today's sponsors, which is going to be in the link tree down below. And all the promo codes you guys have seen on the screen are in all caps. Because, like I said, if you guys are going to seek, it's obviously SeatGeek in particular. Use Philly Sports at checkout to save $20 off. Because, like I said, we got you guys covered on those pesky fees when you getting tickets and stuff like that. And like I said, check them out as well. That is as well for those who do have the mobile app, or you can go on the website itself. And the rest of the sponsors like Dubby, ShankIt Golf, Senior Sports, and Fans Idea, like I said, check them out in the description down below, especially in the link tree. And also check out and follow me on all social media platforms as well. And also check out the merch store that is linked down below for those who want to cop the It's Rolling Podcast type of merch or the Sports and Wrestling Connection as well. But like I was saying before, we ran in a little ad break that with Cheryl Swoop kind of making the comments that she did, and you know, it really does look bad on her to an extent. And the fact that, like the fact that she didn't know about the she didn't know about the scoring record, but pretty much the fact she didn't backwalk the rest of it. Well, it is a super bad look for one of the founders of the WNBA. It looks like it did. I mean, the fact that but at the same point, but yeah, shout out to everyone that's been in the chat or just tuning in to the stream. And shout out to Coach Dante who popped on for a little bit at ribbing our Philadelphia 76ers. It's like I said, obviously with the WNBA open up on May 14th. It's going to be interesting for those who are going to be coming around the channel for, like I said, for a lot of WNBA content this year. I know we haven't really done much as of last year, just because, obviously personal reasons, not because, we didn't want to do it, because obviously scheduling conflicts and shit like that, and obviously personal obligations. Now, the last and final thing, I want to talk about is taking about the WNBA a bit as well is A'ja Wilson. Now, A'ja Wilson, two-time WNBA MVP, I think Defensive Player of the Year winner, also two-time defending champion as well. Kind of talked about, hold up. I think I just had the article. And I don't know why I didn't include. Dang it. No, hang on a second, guys. 1 second. Hold up. God dang it. No. Lord. Hang on. I just had it up too. There it is. So A'ja Wilson has like I said, her resume does speak for herself during her time at the WNBA, especially being part of the Las Vegas Aces. Obviously, you've seen me and Tyler do a lot. Well, not really a lot, but we covered a few games. But she's actually talked about. Hold up, that's not it. Damn it, was it this one? Yeah, it might have been this one. No, that ain't it. Hold up. Oh, God. There it is. So pretty much she actually just opens about working through fears and quote unquote give yourself grace. Now a lot of people are wondering, kind of what she was going about. Obviously the two-time MVP. We all know that obviously dominant force both on the court and off for Joseph, and especially in terms of the off the court with social justice and mental health. But she did publish a new memoir. It's pretty much titled "Dear Black Girls: How to Be True to You," where she shares a deeply personal collection of stories and her own experiences growing up in South Carolina, navigating the world of pro basketball as a Black woman, but also at the same point where she actually talked about where she did battle with dyslexia at the same point, and obviously she talked about, what all the shit she had to go through. Pretty much, she pretty much says, and I quote, well, actually, I wrote two essays, Dear Black Girls before the COVID season, the COVID bubble, and then Dear Black Women after the bubble. And I was like, kind of had a revolution, like in the bubble. I had really time to dive into myself. And that's when I got so much traction from it. And I was just like, you know what? We can form this into a bigger story because I have more to tell. So, yeah,
I respect the vulnerability of her, and I'm glad she's getting her story out there.
Absolutely. But like I said, that's pretty much all we got for y'all for tonight. Like I said,
sorry I had to step away for like two topics. So, but
yeah, like I said, Cheryl's. I think everyone knows about the Cheryl Swoops things. Hating on Caitlin Clark, would that sort of thing. But outside of that, that is going to wrap it up.
You want to do TNA yourself tonight? Because,
yeah, I'll just hold it down for that.
I don't know why I always do this, but like after one stream, it's like I get like
you're ready to say, man, fuck it,
and like fuck it, I'm not gonna stream any like more tonight. So it's like,
well, like I said, I'll definitely hold it down tonight for TNA Impact.
All right, brother.
But outside of that, appreciate everyone's hanging out, and we are out.
Peace.